Hey, I'm Jen from Rustic Rehabs. I love to take old things and use paint and products to help turn them into something new. Today I'm here to show you how we're going to take 4 thrifted items and turn them into gifts for Thriftmas. If you're interested in that, these are so good you're going to want to keep them. First step is always clean. I like to use Crud Cutter. It does not need rinsing and it takes off serious amounts of junk. And also get the tag off. I used a heat gun here because that heats up the glue and it peels right off. I'm grabbing a can of Little Black Dress. This is a DIY clay-based paint that I use and sell in my store and on my website, rusticrehabs.com. I love this paint because the clay makes it stick to anything. If there was a prior little amount of wax or something, this stuff will stick over it and it's going to get down in all these little crevices and crackle that are on this mirror and make it look so old worldly charming. Because it's so pigmented, I'm only going to need 1 coat, and then we're going to move on to making our resin casting of the cutest little Santa. This resin cures white. It's from Amazing, and I take equal parts of A and B, mix them together for about a minute with a stick, and then put it in the mold. I need a lot for this Santa. It's very deep. And then watch the magic happens. As it starts to cure, it turns from clear to white, and it gets really hot because this is a deep mold. And then we will put it on and we'll paint him too. Stirring resin is one of the few times you'll see me go slow. We want to get every drop of this into this gorgeous mold. I use both resin and paper clay from IOD in my molding and my casting. I'm using resin today because I want it to mold up fast so I can paint it and get into all the crevices. I often use clay too because it has a longer open time and you can mold it around things easily. So I'm a lover of both. Make sure to get it in all the little edges and that it sits even. And here it is starting to set up already. It is so fun watching it turn white like this. While my mold was curing, I was finishing up the little touches on my mirror. And then look, you'll be able to feel, it should feel somewhat pliable. It's going to be, like I said, pretty warm, and it should pop out easily. A couple of the berries and holly here were not quite ready to come out, so we had to let them stay longer. I'm grabbing my Tight Bond Quick and Thick and adding a generous amount of glue so that this guy will stay where I put him. And then he's going to get a coat of Little Black Dress so that I can make one cohesive unit, and then we're going to layer on different colors and waxes and make him so good. I'm going to save the holly berries for another project. They just didn't kind of sit right on here for me, so we'll put those away and use them later. And now I'm taking white linen, which is a cottage color DIY one-step paint. So the top coat is built in here, and that's going to save me a step. Some of the paint was not completely dry, so it's going to turn a little gray here and there, but we will keep layering it on and work our way through it. But look at the Santa face. If you heat gun, do so carefully. If you burn this paint, it will bubble and come off. And here's where I just keep playing. I just keep layering it on and seeing what it is that looks the best to me. And that's what you'll do too. I'm distressing just enough to let the edges pop through. There's a little bit of like coppery gold under there, but I really don't want to see the flowers. So I'm going to be careful to just get the edges. I decided he needed a pink metallic hat. So we're going to add that with this Prima metallic paint and a little bit of glitter on his hat too. Then I grab my DIY dark wax. This is a brown wax, and I put it all over and get it in all the little cracks and crackle. It's going to be so good. Buff it well with a lint-free cloth. And a trick I learned from Debbie Beard, the owner of DIY Paint, is after you've got it all waxed, hit it again with a little bit of the white linen to highlight it. And this is the game changer, you guys. Between the crackle and the Santa, I am in love. As a reminder, this is what we started with, and here we are now. I hope this one inspired you to look at the frames you have laying around or to get over to a Goodwill or St. Vinny's and pick up some old stuff to make it really cool. And it's charming, and you did it yourself and saved the planet at the same time. That's winning. Project number 2 could not get any easier. I found this frame while I was thrifting and I loved the color and the shape. So I knew I was going to grab my JRV rice papers and put a Santa and Mrs. Claus in this. But then when I turned it over, I didn't realize this was a really wonky setup on the back, but no worries. I had to pivot. So we're going to get the tag off and then we're going to decoupage it onto the front of the glass, which I believe is plexiglass in this case, but it doesn't really matter. This backing has some sort of pocket on it, so apparently you could slide things in and out. I don't know what it was used for before. So I cleaned it up, flipped it over, grabbed my DIY liquid patina, which is my favorite decoupage medium, and we're going to decoupage it right onto this wonky plexiglass. The reason I love liquid patina is it is more flexible than thicker mediums. I just put on a decent coat, not too wet, and then I add my paper, and it allows me to pick up my paper and move it if I need to, which I always need to. I never get it on the first try. Sometimes it takes me like 8 tries. And then when I do get it where I want it, I'm going to add a generous layer onto the top to seal it in. You're sandwiching it in between the decoupage medium, and then we're going to glitter it up, baby. I'm swirling just a little bit hatch marks to try to make a little bit of texture to make it look more like a painting. I don't know if it's really going to matter or not, but I like to think it does. And then a little bit of glitter on the snow in the background and then on the white parts of Mr. and Mrs. Claus's clothing. Then I'm going to set that aside to dry and work on the next project, and then package it all up after the glitter is good and dry. I mean, come on. How good is this? See, so sometimes you don't even need paint. This one, I just loved the blue of the frame and felt like it really brought out the blue in the background. It was just something really different. Project 3 is the simplest one yet. This one, we are really just adding some glitter to Santa and then adding him in this IKEA frame that I bought. And that's it. It's instant gift giving. I picked these frames up at Goodwill for $3.99 each. I did not see how much they are actually new at IKEA. So if you don't like thrifting, this one's for anybody. You can head to IKEA. A little bling to his beard and all the white fur. And then I took a little paintbrush to add some twinkles in his eyes. This next project is your cue to not pass up on sad-looking florals, because this one needed a makeover. I popped out the candle holders and decided we were going to put some deer in here instead, and now I'm just layering in things that I have around the shop.
I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new. 'Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh, la da da da, oh, 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 la da da da, oh, oh, la da da da. Making our Christmas memories. I've been wrapping presents for you. I've been hanging marbles in the tree. And I've lit my house with Christmas lights. So you should come back home to me. And when we wake up in the morning, I'm gonna play those carols singing all the melodies.
Thank you for hanging out with me today. If you're inspired, I am glad. Let me know. And if you need some products, you can hit up my website, rusticrehabs.com. And these finished products are also on there if you'd like to just buy and give. Take good care. See you next time. For more ideas, join me live at noon this week for my marathon. See you there.